What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our all-new Let's Play of Rome 2 Total War. In the last episode, we went ahead and we took General Hux's Legion, and we sieged down the city of Trevorium. And sadly enough, obviously, I'm not sure if you saw the last 10 seconds of the episode, but rather than exiting the battle, we were victorious. I exited the game. So what I did is, sadly, because it didn't actually save, I had to try to, in the last 10 minutes, I tried to recreate everything I did in the last episode. And I believe we are all set up across northern France. And of course, we do have the Carnutes making their way down to Cinnabum. So what I need to do is take over our Whitlow's Legion all the way in Namnetum, and make our way to Cinnabum. Now, we're not necessarily going to make it there, very soon. In fact, we're not even going to make it there this turn at all. And it looks like because we've just left, a lot of our public order has definitely gone down. Let's go ahead and take Jeff's Legion as well from Lamonum all the way over to Cinnabum. And now I see that we could probably destroy many of these mercenaries and levy freemen with Boogie's Legion. However, we are still lacking one unit. And I'm curious enough, I do want to go ahead and take Gabrielica's Legion and march them north. Of course, we have General Hux's Legion in the north as well. Let's go ahead. I would like to switch Roman's Legion and Boogie's Legion on up. I just don't know if I'll be able to make it over there. What if I forced marched? No, I would be very close, but I'm still not there. What if I forced marched here? Yes, I can. So I'm going to take Boogie's Legion. I'm going to force march you all the way back down to Medlon. And you know what? It shouldn't necessarily take that long. One more turn. And while I'm here, I think Domino's Legion is going to stay for now. Of course, we have Saint's Legion, and we still have Arcana's Legion. And now that we own all three of the provinces in Austria, or I guess what I should say is Raetia et Noricum. Now that we own all the provinces, what I'm going to do is actually just camp here for the time being, try to get some, not only more replenishment, but try to get this public order under control. And speaking of, people that are upset, I could go ahead and build an aqueduct, get more public order per turn and growth, but I don't necessarily need any growth. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to milk this province for as much money as I can. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of industry up and running. Now I've got quite a bit of coin. Like I said, for the time being, this legion will stay. We're going to have to go ahead, and now that Cinnabum is free, we're going to take Jeff's Legion, march you on over. Now, we are on a forced march, which is not good, but I think we're just going to go ahead and just hang out for now. Now, our public order is going in the correct direction for at least this turn. I'm hoping it will continue to spiral in the correct way, but it is certainly going to take some time. I'm looking around the map. I might as well press Tab. Now, I don't see any legions that I need to maneuver. Of course, I do have our legion in Libya. I could go ahead and build up another one. So that way, we'll definitely have like an offensive and a defensive legion. So one would go to Alexandria, and one might go down to Memphis. And then they'll both have to play defense for the time being. But you know what? I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. It would cost a lot of money. But you know what? I've got a lot of coin. My issue, though, is we're using about 5,900 denarii every turn. So I'm guessing what's going to happen is, I don't know how much a legion costs, but I would say roughly around 3 or 4k, especially, well, I don't know about that much. I believe each unit's around 700. Let's go ahead and, can I check this? Really? You're not Praetorian, though. How much is a Praetorian? That is way cheaper than I thought it would be. For some reason, I thought it would be about 700 denarii. Maybe that was pushing it, but it's only 182. And I get that we have a lot of bonuses, and maybe it's because we're also inside a city. And maybe because we also have a general who has a lot of authority, but I don't know. So we certainly could go ahead and build up some Praetorians. Let's go ahead and build up another legion while I'm here. Raise forces. And let's get you from the House of Cornelia. Actually, one thing I have never really done, I could look at all of these different traits. I don't really care about Zeal. All I really care about is the house, but it looks like all of them are coming from Cornelia. So let's go ahead and get this man. Raise an army, and of course you are going to be using cavalry. And of course, let's go ahead and build up our Praetorians. And surprisingly enough, we have level 3... we should have level 3 shields, because I see it's gold, but level 2 weapons. I would like better cavalry, but we haven't researched them yet, so let's just get Praetorian. Ooh, and maybe a few units of ballistas. Now, it is going to take around 3 turns to fully garrison that legion, and it probably will be done in the spring, but I don't really know just yet. So other than that, it looks like we are definitely done for now. Let's end this turn. Oh, I just realized we forgot to name our legion. I will go ahead and name it Pedro's Legion. I have a subscriber. I've actually run out of people to name my legions after. So I saw somebody named Pedro gave me a nice comment on my another series I was playing. It was called, obviously, The Hearts of Iron. But yeah, so he might not watch Rome 2, but I'm going to go ahead and name a legion after him. Peace treaty? No thank you. Absolutely not. I'm going to hopefully destroy your city and exploit its resources. A noble death. Is there anybody from the House of Julia? Just other houses. And of course, now that we've produced those units, let's slowly but surely make our way over. And then we're going to build a couple extra units and then make their way down to ammonium. Alright, so far so good, and gotta unclick it for some reason. I feel like we're gonna go ahead and build more ballista, even though we don't necessarily need it. Let's get 2 Equites and 1 more Praetorian unit. Going all the way back up to northern Italy. Somebody should be forced marched. Here it is. And I want to be able to build a unit on the same turn, so let's put you in a normal stance. Move you all the way down, and it looks like we can actually improve the growth of this province, so we obviously will. Whoops, and I'm going to misclick it altogether. And what we're going to do is build up a public forum, because we don't really need anything else. We'll probably get a cattle trader, because we have 2 cattle pens. In fact, now we have 2 cattle pens. Most of the public order and all of these other provinces are definitely improving. We have positive 24. But what I need to do more than anything is get Boogie's Legion, that extra unit, the extra Praetorian. And while I'm here, let's try to upgrade all of our... We don't have enough money. Well, I guess that's kind of expensive. At least we could upgrade our general. It said level 3 weapons. I just don't believe it, though. Armor and shields. I did not know that was a thing. I wonder where I can find the armor. Like, how do I know their armor's been upgraded? I see weapons and shields, and I see, obviously, level 3 horses. Alright, well, we'll figure... now that I've wasted all my money. I'm looking around. I'm also a little curious. You can go back into a normal stance. When I upgrade units, does that mean... you know, when I upgrade their armor and I upgrade their shields, I'm curious if I actually pay more money in upkeep for better weapons and equipment. I don't know if that's true. But we definitely should find out. Now that I've run out of money. Oh, goodness. I think what I'm going to actually do is make my way back down to Libya. I wish I didn't waste all that money. But what I'm going to do is remove 2 units of ballistas. And now that I have 2,000 denarii, I'm going to make my way back up to northern France. And I feel like I need to go ahead and build a consecrated ground and just a meeting place. And the entire idea is obviously to start swaying this cultural differences in our favor. Now, I guess what we're going to do is we are going to start marching our way. If I move you, do we still have positive public order? No. And I think this is the 3rd city. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of these units to the northern border, which is Jeff's Legion. Could I actually, just because you're so close, I'm just going to put you on forced march, get some positive public order. Now, it is going to be winter next turn. And I'm going to put you on defensive, so this unit can't get through. So basically, it's going to be winter next turn. I'm also a little concerned that Jeff's Legion might take right now it's fall, don't get me wrong, and they're not going to take attrition this turn. But next turn, it could be dangerous, so I do want to position them correctly to ensure that I don't accidentally forget about some of our really important legions. I would also like to go ahead and get more money, and we are working on better improved plumbing, giving us, obviously, a variety of better capital cities, civil cities, garrison cities, and of course market colonies. But all of our trading ports could still be upgraded to emporiums. In fact, I'm a little curious why we have not been able to do that. Is it a lack of money or what? I mean, we should have unlocked it. Yes, we have. With the denominational system. So I guess when I finally start making money, I mean, I've got a lot of food. Well, at least I feel like I've got a lot of food. Maybe I don't. I guess what I'm going to start doing is trying to start building some emporiums. Let's end this turn. I am itching for a new battle, and I'm not sure where exactly the best place to do that. I have so many units, so many powerful troops, that I feel like it's a little, it's not necessarily balanced. Alright, Sicily does look nice. And I'm expecting half of the globe to be covered in snow. So we'll see how this winter fares. Okay, okay. Another peace treaty? No thank you. Alright, I see that we're being attacked, and I guess this is the battle we were trying to itch for. Jeff's Legion, we aren't necessarily... We have level 2 armor, but we have not improved our swords. But you know what? We could do fine, and especially it's in the fall, it's not in the winter. I could auto-resolve and win, but I think what we're going to do is fight them on the battlefield. The Battle of Lutetia. Now, they do have some mercenaries, as you can see, and of course, I believe these are levy freemen, so they are pretty much just peasants. I am a little concerned about these slingers, and of course, they do have cavalry, which could be a little bit of a problem, and of course, these 840 units that we seem to have neglected. But I feel like we could definitely hold the line. They're not necessarily my strongest troops, and of course, our ballistas aren't really upgraded. It's kind of a nice mount. So, ooh, we're also in the woods. I don't like that. So I guess what I'm going to do, I want to get to an open plain, which is all the way down here. But having the higher ground would be the best option. This is not good. There are trees everywhere. So what I would like to do... I'm going to put all of my ballistas on top of this hill. In a horrible, horrible line. And in fact, I might even take 2 of these ballistas, if I could click them correctly. And put them way over here. So right now, we have a very, very nice position. I'm going to have to go ahead and put some troops on over. And for the most part, I'm not really expecting us to be, you know, pretty much, for us to lose this battle, but I do want to turtle my position. So I've got some equites over here. I'm going to put these units in the back line. I'm expecting to move them over. And let's take our general. You'll obviously go in the middle. Okay, so I'm looking at some other units. Let's bring you over to here. You'll go there. You'll go there. And just to be safe, I am going to put 1 extra unit here, and we're going to start this battle. So immediately, you 2 units are going to make your way up this hill. I get that we're going to be fighting uphill, but that's fine. Now I'm curious as to where these reinforcements are coming. Right now, we are completely hidden, which is fine. I'm a little concerned that my artillery might not do as well. Or, excuse me, my ballistas. That just look absolutely beautiful. And I don't think we've necessarily fought in dense forests yet. It says my balance of power is not nearly as good as it should be. As you can see, my Praetorian cohort. Pretty amazing. These are some pretty powerful units as well. Alright, now I have no idea where the enemy units are. And I might even go ahead and speed the clock up until they show up. I mean, they're obviously over here. Okay, I saw one unit. And our ballistas are, I think, shooting. And then he said, oh, you know what we could do? We could actually go into this tree line. I don't know why I forgot about that. And I see the enemy is finally popping out. Just to be safe, you guys are going to move in as well.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Alright, let's unpause, not unpause, but put it back to a normal speed. I see their light melee cavalry are coming in. We are going to charge them to the best of our ability. Cavalry against cavalry, we should win. We have medium cavalry while they have light cavalry. So we did spend a little bit more money than they did. Alright, the best way to use cavalry is to do some sort of shock and awe maneuvers. So attack them and flee, but I think we're going to be fine fighting other cavalry. Alright, let's start charge again against these mercenary Gallic warriors. Alright, we're moving in. It is raining too. There goes our spears. And we did improve our tactics, so that's nice as well. So they have 44 units left, while we have really only lost about 11 troops. Our ballistas are still hammering away. I would like to move these units a little bit closer to the actual battle, but we do need to have some sort of turtle formation. And look at all of these Gallic warriors. Oh my goodness, so we're taking a lot of damage here. Now, I do have these linebacker units, which are obviously more of a support role. But I think what I'm going to do, let's take one of these units and move you here. Well, I didn't even click it. Let's take the farthest one. You're going to go over, and just to be safe, you're going to go here. And we've still got a nice defensive area. Now it looks like we have
discovered the enemy's hidden units.
We are annihilating these light melee cavalry, and it looks like they're fleeing, and we did lose quite a bit of troops, though. Now, I would like to go ahead and take our cavalry. Now, are they tired? They are active. Alright, so far so good. If I need to retreat these units, I will. And what I'm going to do is march over... Actually, yes, I'm going to flank around. But my issue, though, I want them to walk, like gallop, not, what's the word? I don't want them to sprint full on. Okay, we got some Praetorians moving on down, or at least... walking incredibly slowly through the bushes and through the shrubberies. Our general is holding his line. And I see that their allies are finally moving in. I would like to do a flank, but I'm a little scared of these spearmen.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Uh-oh, looks like people are losing ammunition. And you know what? I might even... Now might be a good time to send in those linebacker units, my support units. And we could basically just pull these veteran legionnaires on back. Alright, our Roman legions are moving on in. In fact, we still have these Praetorian cohorts. Let's charge full speed. And try to take out these warriors. Alright, these units both need to get out of here.
The enemy general is dead.
So far, so good. The enemy general is down. I see this unit's taken quite a bit of damage as well. Alright, these are the units that are retreating. These are the units that are retreating. Where are my other good units? Let's move in. Very heavy melee infantry. That does make me nervous, but these units are full strength. These guys are getting hammered. They've lost roughly 100 units. This guy's running away. Alright, where are my equites? I think it's finally time to... I don't like how these spearmen are so close to their mercenaries. Or their slingers. Alright, going after their warriors. And it looks like we're actually running out of, you know, artillery shells. And rocks and boulders. But they've done quite a bit of damage, as you can see. 188 units, 207 units have been taken out. Alright, this unit, I'm a little scared because they're facing the wrong way. If they were to take any arrows, they would certainly take an abundance of damage. Well, as we predicted, this battle is going in our favor. They attacked us. Okay, here we go. This is a perfect opportunity for our cavalry units to take out the Celtic youths. Light melee infantry. I wonder if this means, like, children, or if this is, I don't know. The slingers, I guess. It's probably, like, young adults. I don't think they would have children on the battlefield, but who knows? Man, we lost 100 units in these veteran Legionnaire squad. Most of our units are still hidden away. I feel like I'm actually going to finally send my general on in as well. All of their units are pretty much retreating. Let's send our general in, Tiberius Laterinus. And let's speed things up. Our general's under attack, and that's fine. I don't actually see their units, but we are going to go full speed in these Celtic slingers. That's not full speed. It's probably because they're going uphill. I guess we'll end the battle. Alright. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. We have managed to destroy 2,810 troops. And, of course, we only lost about 508. Now, this wasn't necessarily, you know, the most strategic or important victory. But we gained a bunch of experience. And, in fact, you know what? You would think it would tell me. I'm pretty sure we gained experience because that was a pretty tough battle. Oh, here we go. This is the, most of these artillery actually gain experience. Do I want slaves to make more money? I think I do.
Is that all?
And if we can, I get that it's about to be winter, so I do definitely want to ensure we're not taking attrition. And the best way to do that is to, well, I see you're not taking attrition now, but just in case, let's fortify you to get a little bit more replenishment. We went from +1 public order to 3. And I suppose, for now,
Ready for battle.
I guess we're just going to end this episode. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I really hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.